Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I am starting out today with a few new friends that we've made, and these guys seem to have chilled out quite a bit since the last time that we saw them, so I think it might be good for us to build them a little bit more of a permanent home later on in this episode. But in between episodes, I've been doing a little bit of digging just to kind of plan out some of the big ravine that we're planning on making for our mega build, and I found actually a pretty good spot that connects over to this cave here. And since we're going to need a whole lot of dirt and stone for the terraforming projects to build up the valley that we're in here, I think it would be good for us to take care of this today as well. But there's some unfinished business from last episode that we should probably take care of first. You may have seen that last episode, Sam actually made a Wither Rose farm just so he could get me that bulk order of black dye that I requested. And if you haven't checked out his video there, I'll link it in the description, so go check that out. But when I asked him what he wanted as payment, instead of anything like diamonds or stuff like that, he asked for some goods from the farms that we've got. So I think we can manage to pull something together for him. So I've got an empty shulker box here. I think it's even the one that he gave us. So let's go put something together. So I know that he specifically requested some moss, so we'll grab some of that here. And then I know he uses up rockets like crazy too, so let's grab some gunpowder, and I think we can make some of those for him. That looks like a pretty good box there. I think that the rockets will definitely be pretty helpful. I think the moss will be useful for whatever build that he's got planned up there. And then I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that really has access to a whole lot of candles, so I think that these will go a long way. Maybe I'll replace one of these stacks with another thing of honeycomb. I don't know how much wax he's using, but so I guess we can just head over and meet up with him. He is online now, so let's see if we can go find him. Oh, there he is. What? What? I see how it is. That should be good enough. Hopefully he'll log back on shortly. Well, Sam just told me that he's not planning on getting back on, so we caught him at probably the best time. When he logs back on, he'll be nice and safe in that little dirt hut back there. And now that we have gone and dropped off the payment for that black dye, I think it might be good for us to finally get started on terraforming some of this base. So I think it would be a good opportunity now to just start digging out a lot of this area. I will need a lot of stone and dirt and stone bricks and everything like that for this project. So I think I'm going to kind of trace a line around here maybe of where I'm aiming for this ravine to go. And I kind of wanted to hug this mountain here just to kind of stretch out the wall so that it seems like the cliff is even higher than it is. And I think we can fill out some more of the area over by the red wool over here with some other buildings, or maybe some pillager stuff with those guys over there. So let's just take care of this as quickly as we can. I hope everything is actually in a good spot. I might need to tear into this mountain a little bit just because this is a little bit close. So I started out by just tracing the outline of the cliff kind of as best as I could, and then digging down to the level that I knew that I wanted to stop at, which is actually the water level of the cave over there. Then I flattened the entire ravine out to that level and tried to clean up the sides as best as I could. And this shot's a little extra, but it was fun. I called it the trench run like in Star Wars. And you'll see why I was doing this in a second, but I decided to dig down some more, so I was following the outline of the layer where those torches are, all the way down to the same level. And this is what this looks like all finished up now. I've gone through and just cleaned up some more of the edges a little bit up there. And I love this. The scale of it's really cool. It makes it seem like it's really, really deep. But we're not actually going to be leaving it like this for very long. And I've started over here on what we're actually going to be doing. So you may have seen this trick before in Butts' build over that way a little bit, but what I've done is just layered some light gray stained glass and put some glowstone at the bottom, and it makes it look like it's really foggy and just this super deep ravine. So what we're going to be doing is extending this all the way out, and I definitely don't have enough materials for that. But I think we can hopefully at least get started on all of the glowstone. Yeah, that didn't get us very far at all, but I think we can put in all the carpet, and this looks really cool at night too, so we'll wait until that to see this in action. Yeah, you can see here the way that that just glows, and I think it kind of helps to make it a little bit more gray, a little bit more cloudy down there, foggy, and it just makes it seem like it goes on forever, like you can't see the bottom of it. So this is going to be really cool once we get everything in place. That was all the glowstone that I had, so I'm definitely going to need to go and find some more. And it seems like for glowstone, this is probably going to be our best bet, just going through the nether and finding little pockets of this. I think the little bit that I used already ended up being a couple of stacks, maybe a stack and a half, so this is going to take quite a bit of glowstone to get. We'll probably need to empty out quite a few of these little veins. Okay, so we've got 8 more stacks of glowstone now. This is just for maybe half an hour or so of going around in the nether, but hopefully this will at least get us part of the way. I know that villagers sell glowstone, and so I might check with Butts later on when she's online to just see if she can make a quick deal for me. I'm actually pretty surprised how far that got us, because this is, I would say, maybe a little over halfway done now, so we only need a couple more stacks of glowstone, I think, to really fill this out. The majority of it, this large section here and that one right there, is already filled in. So I think this will probably take maybe 2 stacks. That'll take maybe another 2 stacks. So let's try to get 6 stacks of glowstone from Butts when she's back online. But until then, I think we will fill in the carpet on this. I should have plenty of that. And fill in the glass, which I'm also going to need quite a bit of, but we'll see, because that is going to take, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times as much glass as glowstone that we have. So yeah, it's gonna need a lot of resources here. But in the meantime, I think it might be good to finally tackle these guys here and giving them a proper home. I'm not thinking anything nearly on the scale of what we have over in our base, but just something so that they feel a little bit more, I don't know, blended in with the environment. And I think I'm going to start by turning all of this grass here into stone. So we'll just take all this out and see kind of what the terrain looks like after that. And this isn't perfect, but I think it's good enough for right now. I really just want to get a little path going in here up to the these pillagers here, and they're kind of situated in this cave, which works really well. This is all natural, so I think we'll kind of build up some defenses around here just to give them more of a camp. And this is what I've come up with. I think that this looks so much better than what we had before. And I've just gone in and dotted around a little bit of moss and some boulders that look like they could have fallen from up on the cliffs or something like that. And a little bit of foliage too. I just grew some. This is a really tall jungle tree, and then that one over there is actually really short, but I like how this came out. I think that this looks cool. I added some vines that even go down along the side here, and I think once we get the glass in, I think I maybe did it over here. Yeah, you can kind of get a feel for how it's going to look with that glass down there and those leaves. It'll look a lot foggier like that over there, but I still think it'll look really cool. And then moving down the path a bit, we've got a few barricades that these 2 pillagers built to keep themselves safe, because they're really far from where they're supposed to be. So we've just got some furnaces, we've got some chests, a little hut with some an awning, and then over here they got a pig with a saddle on it. So this is their ride back into town if they want it. But I don't want to keep these guys in this boat forever. I want them to be free and enjoy everything that we've made. So I've got some name tags here, and I hereby declare you Leeroy and you Jenkins. Now I guess we can set them free. And yep, there they go, just wandering around. And they shouldn't be able to get out here because I've set up this carpet and it's actually a couple layers of carpet stacked on top of each other. So I think they'll just kind of wander around. I'm pretty sure the walls are high enough to keep them out, and hopefully we don't see them escaping out into the jungle at all. But look at them. They're just having a good time. They're wandering around. And in my mind, this was kind of like a little mini boss or something area that you can come out to optionally to take out these guys. But I think I'm just going to leave them for now. Who knows? Maybe I'll need a bad omen sometime soon. Now that we've dressed up this area over here, I think we should turn our attention back to this ravine. I really want to finish this up, and I think that with the new terraining and everything that we've done... Have they got out? I don't know how they've managed to get out, but I think we can... Oh, yeah, we should probably get these guys back in boats. There we go. Okay, I'll figure out how those two got out in a little bit. I thought that everything seemed fine here, but maybe the carpet's not quite right. But like I was saying, I think this will look really cool with all of the new terraining and everything that we've done. So let's head over to Butts' base, because I've actually asked her if she could stock up some glowstone. And she's been putting in some work over here too, because she is planning out the rest of her tower build over there. I think she's even in the mines right now getting some more copper. But she's also built this really cool tower, which I love for all of her enchanting stuff. I think for a while she was just using my enchanting setup, but this looks so much cooler. There we go. And I asked her earlier what she wanted as payment for this, and so I've just got this here. Hopefully that will more than make up for what I'm going to take, but I should only need a couple of stacks. Then I think she said that she had glass over here as well, but I could be wrong. Ah, there it is. Okay, perfect. I need some glass too, so hopefully that'll be enough for the project. We'll give her back a stack. And I might come and drop off some more rockets for payment for that, but I think this will be a good start for the project that we're going to finish up. Hopefully we won't need all that much, but I would not be surprised if we need more glass. So, to finish off this big project here, I think we should probably just jump into a quick time lapse. So, let's go! That honestly took a lot less time than I was expecting, and I have to say, this place looks so cool now, and I think having the bushes kind of flowing over the edge just helps add to the depth a little bit more. And one thing I'd change is probably that I would go through and wherever there's dirt or coal or something like that, probably just replace it all with stone. Maybe andesite too. I don't remember if there's any andesite down there, but that cobblestone especially looks a little out of place. That big blob of diorite there. Ugh. But from the air, you can really see just how much it looks like fog. It looks like it just keeps going. You can't see the bottom of it. Maybe if I made it a little bit deeper, it would look a little bit more... I don't know, because you can kind of see that line there, but I'm not looking at it that closely. But I'm glad we were able to take care of that today. I would love to get those guys back in the encampment. I'll take care of that right after this. But thank you all so much for watching, and we are out of time for today. I think we're making really good progress on the base here, and I'm excited to terraform those mountains pretty soon. I think I might even try to flatten that area behind me out too. I've got some ideas that I've been coming up with that I'm really excited about. But if you liked the video, please consider subscribing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye! Oh, I almost died.